Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins. We're just going to have a bit of an overview of the market. There's no real need to go through particular altcoins at the moment. I will obviously make videos like that, but we got the live stream tomorrow for members of the Patreon, so that's where we look at 2 hours worth of altcoins really. So there's no point in me highlighting any particular altcoin at the moment. It's all having a bit of a nice bounce. The market's doing pretty well, and it would appear that it's doing pretty well. Well, this is my overview. This is what I'm expecting. So it's still the same deal with the Dixie in this uptrend. Continuation of this uptrend, which is what it is. It's been the last few candles that you see here, and just a very very small pullback, allowing for everything to continue with its uptrend. And to be honest, I've said this before, we can carry on in this uptrend, and altcoins, Bitcoin can also continue with an uptrend, but for enormous, massive, parabolic, massive, huge moves, for, I suppose, Bitcoin particularly, it's going to be less likely in an uptrend with the Dixie. When the Dixie, eventually comes down again, different story. But for the moment, it's all working out quite well. Bitcoin dominance, however, now this is something we used to talk about. When we were in this uptrend, this downtrend before, we had a uptrend of support, which we were hedging into every time we touched it. Then we started hedging at 60% dominance, and now we've broken way below there. We've had a massive move for Bitcoin dominance, and there's a lot of altcoins that are really feeling that at the moment. Ethereum's not really one of them, which is, I'm not going to say it's strange. I think Ethereum is very likely to move on. So this is leading me to a bit of a conundrum, almost a 50-50. Because what I would normally say, really, if we came down to touch this trend line here, so this is a new level of support that we've had to put in, and it goes back to these two areas back down here. And because we had two little pops here, this is the lowest we went back in 2020. The lowest we went before Bitcoin started to really rally and take off. It's reasonable to assume that we would probably find some kind of bounce around there now, but it's very early days. This is, it's just these last, well, I suppose this last week has been pretty phenomenal for this chart. Really kind of stands to talk more about the state of Bitcoin than it does for altcoins. But the leading altcoin, or should I say the largest market cap altcoin, being Ethereum, yeah, it made an all-time high, but it's kind of dancing around no man's land. Now, if this were to go for another all-time high, and again, we can look at all these other altcoins that are all making new all-time highs and really pushing. I mean, just on the ones that we like to trade, things like BNB and SXP, even XRP, and it sort of goes with the video I was making yesterday about how many of these altcoins on the large cap altcoins anyway have got amazing weekly setups for continuation of the move up. It does lend itself to feel as though that this Bitcoin dominance chart is going to break down even further. However, saying that, I do like to play supports and resistance, and it would suggest that just to hedge your risk, taking some profit into Bitcoin might be the way to go about this, just in case we do catch the bounce here, as we did those last two times before we reversed the chart. Now, I'm not saying we're going to reverse the chart. If Ethereum were to launch from here, it would break it down even further, and at that point, we really have to zoom out even further to find out, what's going on. In fact, let's just change this to a weekly instead. Give us an idea of, what kind of thing we're looking for. If we break down from here, we are coming down to below 50% dominance. Really, to be honest with you, there's not a great deal of support below us. We're talking 53% dominance. That's where I would expect the next level of support to be. So yeah, heading into Bitcoin around these zones might be the wise thing to do. But if that breaks down, then we've got all the way down here to go, and that would be pretty impressive for altcoins, all altcoins. I know I've been touting the top caps because they've got the strongest looking weekly charts, but all altcoins will feel it if Bitcoin dominance breaks down below here. And then, well, I mean, yeah, we're going to speculate here, but if we broke down below here, now this is what everybody, I suppose, dreams about. All these people have been, asking me, where's this alt season you were calling for last year? It was supposed to start out in January. There's no point in me trying to correct all those people, every single one that comments or sends me direct messages and stuff. I mean, we have clearly been in an alt season. If you've not done a 10x yet, then I suppose you need to to put your homework in a bit more and reassess your trading strategies. There's been so much money made with altcoins recently. Well, just this year, it's been pretty epic. If we get a continuation down to here, that's going to make it even more epic. And if we get a continuation down here, then basically what that means is, Bitcoin's dominance is clearly going to be drained. And I would imagine that the price of Bitcoin will be drained as a result of that. That will make it pretty choppy territory if that were to happen. But again, that's just speculation. For the moment, let's just wind it back in again. The wise thing to do, just to play it safe, is to hedge back into Bitcoin at levels of support. Not that we expect anything particular to happen. It's just in case. Just in case. At the end of the day, if it breaks down even further, you're hedged. You've got altcoins, you've got Bitcoin. If it bounces from here, you've got altcoins, you've got Bitcoin. Yeah, it's kind of a win-win. The only way that you wouldn't win is if the market took a severe dump and everything goes down. So for me, I'm hedging in a little bit here, taking profits from some of these massive pumps that we've had just today. And I'm putting it into Bitcoin just in case. And if we break down even further, no big deal. I'm very happy still. And if we break down there, well then, the party's just getting started, really. In fact, you could argue that we haven't even arrived at the party yet. We're just having a nice time listening to some music in the taxi on the way there. So, it's not the most informative video. It's if anything, it's about the strategy that I've decided to take on during this moment. So it's nice to look at Bitcoin dominance breaking down, obviously, and it's very exciting. But I play the game of support and resistance and trying to remain, I suppose appropriately hedged and managing my risk appropriately. And this is how I've decided to go about doing it, just in case we get a bounce back up to 60. And if we get a bounce back up to 60, I'd hedge back into some altcoins again. So, like I say, it's not the most informative video, but hopefully you will take something from this, and you will see how it plays out. Like I say, you in this respect, when you're dealing with something like this, it could go either way, but it should be profitable regardless of which way it goes, provided you've basically managed your risk and hedged appropriately. But that's just my that's just me. I'm a careful trader. That's how I play the long game, and I'm just very careful with how I go about doing things. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.